Welcome to Taxonomy Online Mathematics. We are on the second episode of ratio and proportion. We want to find proportional division of a ratio. When we talk of proportional division, we are referring to sharing or dividing a given quantity according to a given ratio or among a given ratio. That is what your parent has been doing. If they have a quantity, let's say this is money, they have money and they have you as their children, 2, 3, 4. They want to share that money among you according to your age level. So if you are old, or let me say you are the eldest, you are going to have money that is going to be different from the one which is the youngest. So that proportional division. So if I have 5 oranges I want to share among 2 people, it means that I'm going to share that according to the ratio of the. Let's see. If I'm having, let's say, 120 pence. I'm having 120 pence which I want to share among some people in a given ratio. Let's just say I want to share among 3 people in the ratio 1:3 is to 2. So this is the ratio that I want to share these pence into. This is the proportional division. This is the ratio into which I want to divide this proportionally. Alright, I want to use this as a case study to explain the steps. Now, the steps involved in proportional division is that 1, you have to identify the shares. What is the share, or the people who are having the shares? So in this case, I'll have this. If I want to mention them as Ken, Ken is to Pat, is to, let's say, Yao. So it means these are the people whose share I am looking for in the 120. How many pence will Ken receive according to his ratio? How many will Pat and Yao receive according to their ratios? So first I identify the share. That's the first one. 2, I have to find the total ratio. Total what? Ratio. The ratio is all about division, part of division. It means that I am dividing this 120 pence into how many parts? The part is the total of the ratio. So first I'll have 1 plus 3 plus 2, and I believe that gives me what? 6. It means I am dividing this pen into 6 different parts, or 6 equal parts. 6 equal parts. Then I will give 1 part to Ken. Then I'll give 3 parts of those parts that I have into parts, then 2 parts. Don't forget, 1 part, 3 parts, 2 parts, all sum up to give us the 6 parts. Alright, so my total will be this. That is the second method. First method, try to identify the shares. Then 2, identify that or find the total ratio. Then number 3, identify the quantity to be shared, the quantity to be divided proportionally. Which quantity, or what quantity am I dividing? It could be money, it could be pen, it could be anything. So if it is 120 pence I'm dividing, 120 pence become the quantity I want to divide. So in this case, I have my quantity. Then I am going to now find the share of each person. Ken, what is the part of the total ratio I am giving to Ken? So I'm going to express each of the quantity as a fraction of the next. So I'll express each of the ratio. Let me leave the Ken and Yao and use the ratio. I'm going to express each of the ratio as a fraction of the total ratio multiplied by the quantity to be shared. Interesting, right? We find the fraction of each of the ratios. So if I am going to look at the first ratio, the fraction of that to the total ratio will be 1 out of 9. Fraction is numerator, denominator. So fraction of each of the quantity. So this to fraction of the total multiplied by what I am asked to share. That will be the first part. That is the first ratio. The first ratio is what? 1. So in that case, if I want to correlate this to this, it's going to be 10, let's say, part correspond to what? 1. Therefore, 10 share of the pen is going to be 10 ratio over total ratio times what they are asked to share. I think I'm using 9 instead of 6. So this is supposed to be 6, and this is what? 6. The total ratio we had is 6. So we are going to find 1/6 of 120. And I think in that calculation, 6 will go into 12 2 times. So we have what? 20 pence. Meaning Ken will be receiving 20 pence in that 6th division. Then I'll be having that of part. The part of part from this division is going to be 3. So part is going to be 3. Then let's see, we are going to have part share is going to be, what is the ratio corresponding to part, which we have mentioned as what? 3. What is the total ratio? We are saying we are expressing the ratio as a fraction of the total. So 9 multiplied by what they are asked to what? Share. Why am I even using the 9? I think I like the number 9. Alright. So this is going to be 1. That's it. 3 into itself 1. 3 into 6 2. 2 into 126. Then it means we'll be having what? 60 pence. 60 pence. Alright. Then let's go into Yao. The part corresponding to Yao. So let's put apostrophe. Is going to be, the part corresponding is what? 2. So Yao's share is going to be, the ratio corresponding to Yao is 2. Total ratio 6. Then what are they asked to share? And that is going to be 120. So 2 into itself 1, into 6 3. 3 into 12. I believe that to be 4. So we have 40 pence. So you can see if I add 20 plus 40, that is 60. 60 plus 60 give you what? 120 pence. It means we have divided this into 6 parts. Then the first part is given to Ken. Then 3 of those parts, 20, 20, 20, 3 of them is given to what? Part. So that is 60. Then 2 of the 20 groups will give us what? 40. That is proportional division of what? A ratio. Any quantity. Sharing a quantity according to a given ratio. I think this is simple, right? Alright. This is just an illustration. I call it introduction or acknowledgement. Let's take a question that we can analyze based on the 4 steps we have outlined. Then you will see whether you have followed or you are still yet to follow. Alright, so we have a question. Efia and Ya are sharing a given amount of money, and that is 180 Ghana cedis among themselves in the ratio 3:2. Alright. Now we have to find the share of each person. How much will each person receive? Then 2. How much did Efia receive than Yao? So to me, obviously, Efia's share is going to be more than that of what? Ya. Alright. So first of all, we need to find identify the share. So we have Efia is to who? Ya. And that will be given to us in the ratio as 3:2. So if I have my quantity to be shared as in a ratio form, then I need to find total of the ratio. That is going to be 3 plus what? 2. And I believe nowadays we have what? 5. We have not increased the value of 3 plus 2. So we still have what? 5. So total ratio is being given to us. The next thing is to identify what quantity are we sharing. So here we have our amount to be shared to be 180 Ghana cedis. That is the amount to be shared. So first identify the shares, find total ratio, identify the amount. Then what are you going to do? We are now going to find each ratio or expressing each ratio as a fraction of the total multiplied by the quantity to be shared. So here I'll begin with what? Efia. So Efia share is going to be the ratio corresponding to Efia is the first one. So that over total of the ratio 5 times what? What we are to share. Let me use it without the value. That's the symbol of calculation. Alright. So now we are going to multiply this by this divided by this, or we try to see whether 5 can divide 180. Let's see. 5, 180. I think it can go there how many times? 3 times. So we have what? 15. If you take away 15 from 18, I believe we have what? 3. So 30. So we have 36. That is, if 5 is going here, 36. Then we need to multiply our 36 by the numerator 3. And that will give us 18, 1, 9, so 108. Don't forget, I didn't bring the unit, but your final answer must be in the unit. So we have 108 Ghana cedis for Efia. Alright, then if you want to calculate for Ya, you have to use the ratio 2 out of the 5 times this. But you can also agree with me that there are only 2 sharing the money. If somebody has taken 105 away, obviously the next person will be taking the remainder. The remainder of what? Of the 180. If you decided to take 108, that's 108, then to me you are giving me the remaining. So I can also say that Ya share is going to be the 180 minus 108. And that will be translated to be, I think, 72 Ghana cedis. 72 Ghana cedis. Or better still, we are going to have 2 out of what? 5 times 180. I believe you know it is 36. So 2 times 36. So 36, 2, 12. So 2, 1, 6, 7. 72. So since they are 2, even if they are 3, if I get 2 of the calculations, I'll only subtract their sum from total to get the last person. Alright, so that is it. Then the next question is asking us to find how much did Efia receive than Ya. Obviously, Efia have 108. Ya is having what? 72. So Efia receive, we have to find a difference. So 108 minus 72 Ghana cedis. If I put the Ghana cedis, more than what? Yeah. So in that subtraction, it is 108. In that subtraction, we have 108, 72. So I believe we have what? 6. then 10, 3. So you have what? 36. So in all, if you want to rewrite that, we said if you receive, let me put it there, that is going to be, if you receive what? 36 Ghana cedis more than what? Yeah. So that is some aspect of proportional division. You have to identify the various parts corresponding. So if there are 5 people sharing a given quantity, just identify the shares. Which person take which ratio? Find total. Express their ratio as a fraction of total. Multiply by the, what do you call it? The total quantity. Then you find their shares. Don't forget, it's not always going to be this way. There will be a time whereby they will give you the amount they are receiving rather than give you total. Then you correlate in proportional form. So we will take that question in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be happy if you can subscribe to the channel Taxonomy Online Mathematics. Share this video with your colleagues, especially those in the secondary school. You know, the Form 3s are getting close to their final exam. Let them also have a feel of it. This is not to say that these are the questions coming, but to say practice makes perfect. As you keep on practicing, a question a day give you the zeal or give you the ideas on how those questions will be answered. So what C will just be like a stepping stone, just like BECE for you. So share this video with your colleagues. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.